John chapter 13. Now before the festival of the Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come, that he should depart out of this world to the Father. Having had love for his own in the world, he loved them to the end. And supper having taken place, the slanderer already having put into the heart of Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, that he should betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father has given all things into his hands, and that from God he had emanated, and to God he departs, rose up from the supper table, and laid aside the garments, and, taking a towel, wrapped it around himself. Then he poured water into a washing basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel that he was wrapped with. So he went over to Simon Peter, and Peter said to him, Lord, ought you to wash my feet? Jesus answered and said to him, You do not know just now what I am doing, but you will know after these things. Peter said to him, Not at all may you wash my feet throughout the eon. Jesus answered him, Unless I wash you, you do not have any part with me. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, not only my feet, but hands and head as well. Jesus said to him, He who has been bathed does not need to wash anything other than the feet, but is thoroughly clean. And you are clean, though not all. For he knew him who was going to betray him. This is why he said, Not all of you are clean. So when he had washed their feet and taken up his garments, he leaned back again, and he said to them, Do you know what I have done for you? You address me as the teacher and the Lord, and you speak correctly, for I am. So if I, the Lord and the teacher, have washed your feet, then you ought to wash each other's feet. For I have given you an example, so that you also should do as I have done. Truly, truly, I say to you, the servant is not more eminent than his master, nor messenger more eminent than him having sent him. If you know these things, you are joyful if you carry them out. I do not speak concerning you all. I myself know those whom I have chosen, but it is so that the passage might be fulfilled. He who eats bread with me has lifted up his heel against me. From this time I tell you, before it is to arise, so that when it has come to pass, you might believe that I am he. Truly, truly, I say to you, the one receiving whomever I might authorize receives me, and the one receiving me receives him authorizing me. On having said these things, Jesus was troubled in spirit, and he gave witness, and said, Truly, truly, I say to you, one of you is going to betray me. So the disciples looked towards each other, being perplexed over whom he was speaking about. But one of his disciples was leaning on the garment fold of Jesus, the one whom Jesus loved. So Simon Peter made a sign to him, to ask who it might be whom he had spoken about. Then he sank back hard on Jesus' chest and said to him, Lord, who is it? Jesus answered, It is he to whom I am going to give the piece of bread when I have dipped it. And he dipped the piece in and gave it to Judas Iscariot, son of Simon. And after the piece of bread, then there came to this man the enemy. So Jesus said to him, What you are doing, do quickly. Now nobody of those at the table knew for what purpose he had spoken this to him. For some were thinking that it was because Judas kept the money bag that Jesus had said to him, Buy what we need for the festival, or that he should give something to the poor. When he had received the piece of bread, this man went out at once, and it was night. When he had gone out, Jesus said, Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If God has been glorified in him, God also will glorify him in himself, and immediately he will glorify him. Little children, a little longer yet I am with you. You will search for me, and just as I said to the Judahites, Where I am going, you are not able to come. So do I now also say to you. I give you a new commandment, that you should love each other as I have loved you, so that you also should love each other. By this, all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love among yourselves. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, where are you going? Jesus answered him, Where I am going, you cannot now follow me, but you will follow me afterwards. Peter said to him, Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Jesus answered him, Will you lay down your life for me? Truly, truly, I say to you, a rooster will certainly not crow until you completely deny me 3 times.